Just want to thank everyone for coming out for this long overdue celebration. I'm Brian Ahlgren. I'm Chief Financial Officer for North Lakes Community Clinic. And I want to talk a little bit about North Lakes and our role here in Hurley. So, as a community health center, we strive to open doors, remove barriers, and make the most of the opportunities to work together with our communities to help each other succeed. We do this by providing affordable care for everyone, regardless of their ability to pay. And this clinic is a great example of that. We started in Hurley providing dental and behavioral health care just down the street there, Dr. Hagemann's dental office. He believed in our mission, and we got him to come back out of retirement to become our first dentist. And by the time we held our ribbon cutting over there, it was pretty apparent that we needed to grow in Hurley. At the height of the pandemic, we added medical and chiropractic to the list of services here as well. And now we've hired a full-time community health worker to help patients address some of the barriers that make accessing care difficult. Things like transportation issues or lack of other health insurance. By working together, we are finding ways to address the healthcare shortage in northern Wisconsin. Here in Hurley, last year we saw 794 patients, and they had over 5,000 visits. And of those, 60% were either on Medicaid or sliding fee scale. That's 794 people that would have gone without care, had it not been for the wonderful work that everyone's doing here at the Hurley Clinic. And we're not done growing yet. We are adding an additional therapist, dentist, and medical provider. So if you happen to know of anyone, please let us know. I encourage you to check out the clinic renovation that is underway to get a sense of what the clinic will look like by the time the snow flies. Earlier than that, Josh? Snow flies? It seems.
It might be tomorrow.
Okay. We are truly excited for all that we've done and for our presence here in Hurley. So today I want just at this time acknowledge just a few people. First of all, our incredible clinic staff, including our clinic manager, Jason Hellen, and our new director, of regional operations that includes Hurley, Stacy Wood, and the aforementioned, our facilities director who's making this all happen for us, Josh Zach, as far as the renovation and construction. He manages everything across our entire 20,000 square mile service area. And we are excited about a temporary clinic guest, our AT Still student, Malik. Sorry about that. I was going to ask that before I started, and I forgot. I'm sorry. We have had a long history of working with AT Still's dentist program to provide students real-life experience at a rural dental practice, while also introducing them to North Lakes. We have recruited several dentists that way, and it is great for us to be connected with students who are also giving back to the dental field. Also want to recognize and give special thanks to John Adams, who is running for the Wisconsin Assembly. Thank you for being here. And also Carly Pearson, the Human Services Area Coordinator for the North from Governor Evers' office. Where's Carly? There she is right there. Thank you. All right, now I can turn it over to Jason for the rest of the day.
Thanks so much, Brian. To start out, I want to thank a couple people, especially Nacy Construction and our architect Greg Storm for finding numerous ways to turn a warehouse into clinic space. We have a special guest here today. We're so glad that Mayor Joanne Bruneau, first female mayor in the city of Hurley's 104-year history, could join us here today. So at this time, I'd like to invite her up to say a few words.
Thank you. And on behalf of the City of Hurley, I would like to take this opportunity to thank North Lakes for coming into our community and addressing the healthcare needs of our population here in Hurley, as well as surrounding communities. Our communities need more access to healthcare, and North Lakes has been able to provide dental, medical, behavioral health, chiropractic, health, and wellness support and nutrition therapy to our citizens. They hold true to their mission statement of responding to healthcare needs of our community and with an integrated array of quality services and actively removing barriers to wellness. Since North Lakes arrived, they've continued to grow and expand their service line. With this expansion, they'll now be able to serve even more of our citizens, and for that, the City of Hurley is extremely grateful and excited. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor. There's a lot of people I want to acknowledge. Brian mentioned a few of these already, but I want to give another current shout out to our current Regional Director of Operations for our North Division, Stacy Wood. We're so glad to become part of the North team. We're joining forces with our Ashland, Washburn, and Iron River clinics as we continue to grow here. I have to give another shout out to Josh Zach for keeping me mostly sane throughout this whole process. As things came up, Josh says, don't worry about it. I still worried, but he always told me he had it covered, and he truly did. We couldn't do what we do here every day without a truly amazing group of clinic staff members. And I'm very proud to be able to lead them here. I want to give each of them a shout out, they deserve it. Maintenance and grounds tech, Jake Nugent. Our PSR staff, Kirsten Dowd, Robin Gary, and Brian Ahlgren. Behavioral health therapists, Shannon Lux, Michaela Williams, and Caitlin DeFore. Our chiropractor, Dr. Bucky Phelps. Our community health worker, Amber Ray Keller. And today we're also so glad that Nate Roberts, who's the Director of Community Support Programs, could join us today. As far as our medical goes, Dr. Nate Shepik and his medical and lab team, which consists of Kelly McCorkle, Jen Empey, Michelle Smith, and our RN care coordinator, Shay Burton. Our dental team, Dr. Eric Elmquist, and our current AT Still students, Malik. Got it right? Yeah. Okay, good. Our registered dental hygienist, Roberta Ross, and our dental assistants, Laura Waterhouse, Kaylee Forian, and Christy Podratz. I'd like to recognize some local board members, Joanne Fleming and Dick Feedy. As a federally qualified healthcare center, we're extremely lucky to have our board of directors that consists of 100% of members who are actually patients that utilize our service daily, sometimes weekly. To all our patients and community members, we thank you so much for bearing with us through all the extra noise, dust, and clutter during this renovation. I think many of us relate when we start projects at home, whether it's a small project, a medium project, or a large project. Things don't always go as planned. So we mentioned earlier that our clinic started in Dr. Hagemann's office down the road, where currently we have the Iron County Health Department. Today we celebrate our growth, but what better time to honor Dr. Hagemann? Not only for his commitment to North Lakes Community Clinic, but also to the Hurley area. We could have never begun offering services for our community, especially dental services, if it wasn't for him coming back out of retirement and joining North Lakes. This summer, Dr. Hagemann got to retire again, and I think it's safe to say he's earned the title of retiree. I'm honored to give a little bit of history on Dr. Hagemann. He went to the UW Parkside for his undergraduate studies in Racine and Kenosha for 2 years. He was accepted by Marquette University School of Dentistry in 1972 and graduated in 1972. He started a solo practice in Racine in 1976. He bought the Hurley practice, which currently houses the Iron County Health Department, in 1980, and worked both with Racine and Hurley practices for 13 months, finally selling the Racine practice and moving to Hurley. His Hurley practice continued until 2018. Paul also worked part-time for the Department of Corrections, and just for 10 years at Camp Ojibwe facility, through 1989 to 1999. He was a trustee for the Wisconsin Dental Association Board of Trustees from 1999 to 2009. After a 2-year hiatus, he accepted this position with North Lakes Community Clinic, our location right here. We wanted to begin dental services to serve our community, so we basically stole him back out of retirement. So Paul got 2 years of retirement initially. He likes to refer to those as his 2 years off for good behavior. Karen, I think I turn this off. Karen is his wife of 43 years. They have 2 sons, Scott, age 37, Mark, age 35, with his wife, Lark. They've lived in Hurley since 1980. Their community activities have included Boy Scouts, soccer, Hurley Last Blast Committee, Ironwood Hurley Rotary Club, Hurley Lions Club, Sisu Ski Fest board member, and active with the Ironwood Historic Theater. They now have an Airbnb they're renting. For fun, they enjoy traveling a lot, camping, biking, visiting distant relatives, and making maple syrup. Paul still likes to hunt in the fall for grouse, pheasant out in the Dakotas, and deer hunting. He also enjoys playing golf whenever he can. So on behalf of North Lakes, Paul, we thank you for 44 years of practicing dentistry in the community. You'll be missed, but we in the community thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So Paul, if you'd like to come up and say a few words.
Well, thank you everyone for showing up. It's been a real pleasure working here. It's been a lot of firsts for me. I've been associated with dentistry for almost 50 years now, if you count dental school. But this was the first time I ever was an employee. I've always been self-employed, so working for someone else was a real treat. I had no HR issues, didn't have to worry about staffing. Someone else did that for me. Another first was working with another dentist. I got to work with Dr. Eric. I've always been in solo practice. It's kind of cool to have someone to just bounce off ideas, so I guess I have some other firsts coming up. Just to be finally retired, and I'm okay with that. But there's a lot of people I'd like to thank. Reba and I had a relationship, Reba Rice. When I was in solo practice right up the street, she developed a program where we took patients that they couldn't handle. Their focus was children at the time, and I got to work on some of their adult patients that were needed. She asked if and when I retired, if I'd ever be interested in joining up with North Lakes, and I told her to come back to me on that. She did. So here I am, and I'm very happy. It was a wonderful place to work. We have great support staff. Working with brand new equipment instead of having to patch things together on my own, keeping my stuff going at private practice. But yeah, it's a well-organized group and very personable, and I'm very happy I had to spend the 2 years to help out. And again, I'd like to thank my wife, because she was the one who gave me the okay to come back to work, even though we have travel plans. That's all I can say. So again, thank you. It's been a wonderful experience.
So we are ready to move on to our ribbon cutting. We're so grateful in all the communities we serve to have incredible chambers of commerce working hard on economic development. Hurley is no exception. We're so glad staff and members of the Hurley Commerce could join us today for this ribbon cutting. I'd like to invite Jackie Matuzewicz, President of the Hurley Chamber of Commerce, up to lead us in this ribbon cutting.
here. Where would you like to?
So we need everyone that's here behind the ribbon.
So come forward, like if you're right on the corner, it'd be great. And then everybody fill in behind, and this is going to be a fantastic photo.
You guys got Danny. Here we are again in the front. Yeah. Standing back.
All right, everybody smile. Look right here. Hi, everybody. Everyone go hooray! Hooray! Cut the ribbon. Hooray!